for those of you who are asked to blog and tweet, does that contribute something to the news that you are researching, reporting, presenting, or is it just making sure that management gets off your back about having to tweet?
I'll start. I think you're more plugged in when you're active on social media. The beauty of social media is you are connected to your audience in a way that we have not been before. I mean, it's been measured through, set-top boxes and that sort of thing, and you kind of guess what got them to tune in. Now you get to hear from them directly. You get to hear different viewpoints on things, which is very helpful because, oftentimes when you're dealing with political content, you've got this side versus this side, and maybe there's somebody out there who's got a good idea, something to say. I think the challenge, because I do rather enjoy it, but the challenge is producing content that is going to be consumable on those platforms is difficult. I'm a guy who advocates for more time for politics, right? So the producers hate me because I always take an extra 30 seconds beyond what they bill me every day. But you don't have 30 seconds even.
Who's losing those 30 seconds?
We'll talk about cat videos, I guess. This guy here is always, well, that just means we kill crappy stories. There's But
well, I
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say.
I put words in your mouth.
Brandon and I work together every day, and one trick that we like to pull is that on the tail end of his story, we'll launch into a Q&A, and suddenly his minute 30 has become 2:30, and the producer's screaming at my ear, "I'm killing this story, I'm killing that story," and I'm thinking, good. those were worthless stories. Kill them all.
But that's on the legacy platform, and I guess where I was trying to get to, and that's funny. If you're sharing a video on Twitter, you maybe have 30 seconds. That people's attention spans are different on those platforms. You can try all you want to produce. I mean, I take 30-second ads, and it takes 2 minutes, 2:30 sometimes to dissect them, and there's not time for that on a social media video post. You can customize something to that. So oftentimes what we'll do is we'll chunk out one claim from the ad, and then you link them to the longer story. So you're kind of extending the olive branch, like hit them over the head, get them interested. But you have to find ways to do that because you don't have the same audience attention on that platform as you might otherwise. But overall, I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's another avenue to help bring people into the fold, to connect them to that content. We've just got to be thinking of innovative ways to do that.
I on the other hand, I have very serious concerns about what social media does to your reporting day. I think sometimes, and I've seen this covering the Senate in Wisconsin, for example, you've got reporters who are live tweeting the event, and then they look up and say, "Oh, what just happened?" Because they were writing a tweet, and you're missing the news as it's happening because you feel like you've got to continuously feed this beast. I think one of the major problems with social media, and obviously you have to get to an audience where they are. You have to be on Facebook, you have to be on Twitter and any number of other social media sites, but the biggest problem for me is you lose the essence of journalism, which is taking time to assess what you're doing and editing it. And you don't get a chance to do that in 120 characters, and you don't get a chance to do it when you have to do it constantly. So I had never even heard that term, legacy platform. That's just our job. That's what we do. We do TV, and we put together a report at the end of the day. Now, I know we have to have this constant stream of information, but I think it is to the detriment more often than it is to the good, notwithstanding what I'm sure some of the suits will want to say about promoting your product and so forth.